We're here at the Acropolis in Athens, and just tell me your name and what school you go to.
All right, my name is Dan Gates. I go to the University of Houston. Go Cougs.
And what made you decide to do study abroad? And what was it? You wanted to get some international experience? Tell me about your reason why you wanted to do study abroad in general.
I've been to Europe twice. I actually studied abroad once, and I was really looking for a new experience, and I wanted to learn more about the world. It's a really big world, and so I did some research, and I came across Forum-Nexus's program. It was multi-country. The syllabuses were very well done, and the classes fit into my schedule and to my degree plan. So I decided to go for it.
Have you ever studied abroad before?
Yes. As I mentioned, I studied for 6 weeks in Prague, the Czech Republic, which was great. And I didn't think it could be topped until I came along on this trip.
And what are you studying back home? What's your major?
My major is Management Information Systems, which is a business degree, Bachelor of Business Administration, at Bauer College of Business at University of Houston, of course. And but I'm actually taking Brian Butler's International Finance course, which is fixing the global financial crisis. And it's very exciting, and I think I might have to go back and switch majors. I'm about to graduate, but so it's really great.
And do you think that traveling is important for learning? Did you find that the actual process of moving was important to your process of learning?
I think it really is. I mean, I figured at first it might be a challenge, just having to move, maybe once, maybe twice a week sometimes, but it's actually been very enjoyable. I wasn't quite sure of how living and traveling with this many other students would be, but it turned out to be really great.
Tell me about some of the students you're with. We're with a group of about, what, 30 students, and now we're down to 16. How has it been traveling with a group of students in trains, buses, hotels? How has the process been?
Again, I mean, the logistics just on their face sound like a nightmare, but Hugo, Dr. Hurwitz, they pull it off, and the students have been great. I mean, surprisingly, they're from all different countries. I mean, Egypt, Brazil, Mexico, obviously the United States, but they've all been great. It's worked out. It hasn't always gone as smoothly as we'd hoped, but in all honesty, I mean, I don't think it could have gone any better.
Where have you been on this trip? Tell me, which places have you visited? What did you like the best?
I've been to Barcelona, Spain. I've been to Paris, France. I've been to Milan, Italy. I've been to Venice, Italy. We took actually a cruise from Venice to port. I think it's Pietris, or I'm not sure. I should know that, by the way. And so now we're here in Athens, Greece, and in 3 more days, or 2 more days actually, I think we're going to go to Istanbul, Turkey. So I've been to, I guess, what's that, 4 different countries. So it's just brilliant. Never been to Spain, never been to France. All new experiences, totally eye-opening. Of course, traveling abroad always is. So it's been really great.
And tell me about international IQ. What is this international IQ that Dr. Hurwitz is preaching, and what do you think about it?
That's a very good question. It's just on the boat yesterday, we were learning how to read and speak Greek. So one of the things you wouldn't expect, Dr. Hurwitz really wants you to get the full, studying abroad experience, not just for the sake of it, but for just to expand your personal knowledge and become like an agent in this world of globalization, really learn from other cultures and really get immersed in it. And so not only were we learning Greek on the boat the other day, but I can hand draw a map of Europe now. I mean, which is amazing. I couldn't even do that with the United States. We went to a winery in Catalonia, Spain. I mean, he teaches us all the provinces of Spain, what's going on, and all the professors conjointly just tend to work in unison to keep you fully immersed. I mean, every place we go to, he always during the experience he's always like, all right, stop, cultural IQ moment or whatever, and just explain something to us, how to say welcome in Catalonia or hello in Catalonia.
Do you think you'll walk away with a better understanding of the European Union?
Oh, totally.
And how about international? I know it's not just a European course. Do you feel like you'll walk away with a international IQ? Maybe the challenge has been put forth to continue your education afterwards. Do you think the process of challenge is an interesting one, or would you prefer to learn back home in a classroom?
No, I mean, I would prefer this. I think this again should be mandatory. I didn't expect. I don't know what I expected. I know I had studied abroad before, and that was its own experience. And this has just overwhelmed my expectations entirely. The fact that we traveled. I mean, everything has just been so executed. Brilliantly executed that I learned so much. If I would have done the 2-week program versus the 4-week program, which I feel so fortunate to do. It's sad to see those students go, but we've learned so much. Dr. Herbert speaks 10 languages. You know what I mean? I think Brian, you speak several languages yourself. I mean, George speaks like 5. I mean, just everyone that all the professors are so just intelligent. And just being in the setting where it's only like them and several students at a time. The interview, I'm able to ask questions like to get to the root of what we're trying to learn. So it's really filled in a lot of gaps on sort of like this sort of rote sort of study that we do back at the university. Not to take away from Bauer College of Business, but it's really you'd have to try it for yourself to really figure out what's all right.
So real quick, tell me, what was the favorite place that you visited? What was the most amazing place that you visited on this trip, and why?
The most favorite, or my favorite place, I'd have to say, would be. Oh, by the way, I didn't mention this before. We went to Interlaken, Switzerland, which is, I don't know how I forgot that, but that was, I want to say hands down the best place ever in the universe. And I thought like Prague was. Paris was brilliant. Paris was excellent. I had been to Venice before, but I've never stayed on the Grand Canal. Being in Paris for the first time and staying in downtown Paris, being in Barcelona for the first time and staying in Barcelona, Paris, and all these 3- or 4-star hotels. It's been great. But Hotel Krebs in Interlaken, Switzerland was just magnificent, with the Swiss Alps, the staff there, the people there, free Wi-Fi, just huge. And all the little,
the hotel locations, are they, tell us, are they typically centrally located, or do you find them good level hotels?
When I first envisioned this trip, I figured, hey, we're going to be in a hostel, stay in dorms, we'll stay in whatever, and this is first class stuff. I really can't say enough. If you see any other interview from any other student, they're going to mirror what I say. Hopefully they'll be able to capture it better than I can. But it's just, everything's top notch. Everything it's a thrilling experience. I recommend it to anybody. I hope to do it again. I'm gonna have to come up with another minor, I think, to go this summer to South Africa. But it's been a thoroughly enjoyable experience. I feel like I've really learned a lot from not only the professors but the other students as well, especially students from other countries and whatnot. How to grow personally and obviously, my international IQ has increased tremendously.
All right. Well, thanks, Dan.
No,
all right.
Thank you
Thanks very much.
We'll continue to do the tour of the Acropolis in Athens.
Yeah. All right.
Talk
to you soon. Thanks,
Brian. Is that okay? Or?